Blaze, my boy. My boogie. What's up, dude? Good day, sir. Good day. Oh, how you doing? Honestly, kind of same, dude. I caught a little bit of a summer bug, and I am just drained of fluids right now, and it's no bueno. So I'm just fucking taking it easy, leveling mining. I'm gonna hop between retail and classic, and then I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm gonna do after, dude. We'll see. Had some guests stop by like way too fucking late. It's just can't do it. Can't do it, dude. Oh damn, long work day. There's a dude in my guild whose name is Holy Fisting. Hell yeah, brother. Oh, nice. Nice, nice. What are you gonna do, just grind Diablo? Oh, this is the week your supervisor like forced you to take, right? Oh hell yeah, dude. Hey, you can play Pal World with a controller, right? Nice, good shit. I think it is controller capable. I have this weird obsession where I don't know if you've heard of the nice. I don't know if you've seen it or heard of it. There's a really good piece of software called the REWASD or REWASD, and I want to make profiles for like every single game that's mouse and keyboard. I want to try on controller, like play Ion Classic on controller. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. The only downside is that because it works on like a lower level, a lot of like kernel-based anti-cheats will flag it. But the developers have a really good built-in mechanism where you just disable the emergency driver, or you enable or disable something to do. They added a driver inside of the program that you can like enable and disable at will, so you don't have to constantly uninstall and reinstall it. So you just like disable it, reboot it, and you're good to go. Dude, I was the same way. I was the same way, and then like once I got used to it, like I literally prefer playing this game on a gamepad now. It's fucking great, especially with like GSE, dude. Like shit, my full rotation is one button. Like come on, easy peasy. Yeah, I have a profile for Guild Wars 2. The only thing, obviously, that like I'd still use my mouse for is like inventory management or a lot of like menu usage because the virtual mouses suck with like a joystick. But everything else is pretty much easy peasy. Yeah, they're fucking terrible, but everything else works, so I'm in good shape. Oh, that's the split one, right? Is that what that is? The one that's like really, really about ergonomics? Nice, yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know if I told you, but like I'm buying a recliner because I don't want to use my fucking office chair anymore. There's really no reason for it, and since I have a standing desk that's adjustable, I can just it doesn't matter how big the chair is, right? Because you can just adjust the desk. So I'm getting a fucking proper recliner because I'm tall and like the setup that I have right now just was not fucking working for me, man. I'm just pinching all kinds of weird nerves, trying to like stretch my legs out. I'm like, this is not fucking worth it. I'm just gonna get a recliner. Yeah, right. I'm gonna pass out midstream, dude. I'm just gonna be fucking completely zonked out. Yeah, dude. I played the new what is it called? Void of Liberty update. That's getting streamed. It's absolutely getting streamed soon. Game is oh shit, I'm full. Game is so much fun. This is an actual upgrade. No, no, no. I need to vendor. Holy shit. Yeah, it's great though. They added so much shit. It's just fun, man. That game is just always fucking fun. You know, I was thinking like, speaking of fun games, I ran a little experiment. I don't know if I told you about it with just like Marathon as a game. I bought that game for a lot of people when it was on sale just to see if they'd stick with it or if they'd bounce off of it. And nice, nice. And you know, it is kind of amazing to me that like that game is in the state that it's in right now. Like they made something that's so good and yet so niche and so unforgiving that I'm genuinely curious what the fuck they were thinking, or like what the fuck they're gonna do with it moving forward. Like it's just so mind-boggling, dude. That like that that they had that many gates of approval to go through. And I say this as a big fan, a big fan of the game. You know that I'm not shy about that. I love the game. I just think it's so anti. It's there's too much friction. There's too much. Well, and Arc is kind of like Arc went viral. You know, Arc has a lot going for it, but like Arc was just kind of right place, right time, and then it went viral, and that's I think one thing that really just that boosted the numbers. But like when I look at the player retention statistics for Marathon, and then I also just like now that I have a couple hundred hours in the game, and it's like again I love it. I do love the game, but it's really easy to see why people just don't fuck with it. And I think they're literally. I mean, I think I just said this in the cord to Eric. He was talking about playing Marathon, and I was like, yeah, I don't know, like if I'll be playing, you know, until season 3. I might pop in. Like, there's a new update on the 18th. I might pop in a little bit, try some stuff out. I don't really see myself committing to anything though, you know, for the rest of the season, unless I like happen to get into a groove. Because there's just so much friction at every level in that game, and there's also just 4 maps. Yeah, yeah, it's very, very niche. It's incredibly niche. And I don't know, I wonder if extraction shooters are sort of suffering from the same problem that, like, some BRs did. Because, like, when you think about it, I don't know if we talked about this, like, a BR, to me, and I like BRs. I've had a lot of fun in BRs, but like battle royale to me always felt like it was a game mode, not a game genre. You know, like you'd buy a game and like, what kind of mode do you want to play? And it'd be TDM, capture the flag, battle royale. Like it's a mode, not a whole fucking game. And that's kind of how I'm feeling about that's kind of how I feel about like extraction shooters as well. Which is why I think you see like Tarkov for example has fucking arena. They have the original PvP mode, then they have PvE, which is exactly the same except without players. Um, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a really it's they've created this situation where you have to play to get better when there's a high skill ceiling, and that's totally fine. But because the fights are so short and the fights are so fast, new players just get eaten up so quickly. Um, oh, you marathon feels empty? Yeah, I agree. I agree. And that's almost like I don't know, it's weird. It's almost like it's this strange thing of like it's sort of by design, but also I agree, it doesn't feel like on one hand it's supposed to be this colony that's been abandoned for a century, so like why would there be anybody there? It makes sense. And other than the UESC, it's just supposed to be you and runners. It simultaneously feels completely empty and also insanely hot at the same time. Like the maps are too small. They're like it takes no time to go from POI to POI, so it feels more like a BR instead of an extraction shooter. Like I've played very few games where people actually stealth around like you do in Tarkov, or I mean even in Tarkov, right? Like there's that chance of like getting domed by like one fucking NPC or something, but like stealth still feels more possible. Stealth only really feels possible if you're playing as assassin, and everything makes so much noise. So like everything in the game is forcing you into a shootout to where the meta at this point, I mean not at this point, since launch is like wipe the whole lobby then do your contract. And I really feel like in a way like I don't know if the game would benefit more from people like don't tell like having like varied matches where you've got different levels of like populated matches throughout that you never know how many other players are on the map if they're going for tension, right? I don't know. It's just it feels weird, man. Like after these whole like I liked Vault Breaker and it was fun and it was a good way to learn cryo, but at the same time I'm like I'm bored of it because it's like it's just bots, right? Over and over and over, and like the bots are pretty annoying, but I don't think any of them feel like satisfying to fight in the way that like something from Destiny does, Like, and they're because they're not supposed to be. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, they've been open about like this is an experimental mode. We're trying shit out. We're they're clearly trying to course correct and pivot and offer more because like I don't know, man. It's just. And honestly, and here's the kicker though, is I think they just have too much churn. Like, I think inevitably that game needs to go free to play. Like, the $40 price tag is probably hurting it more than it's helping it at this point. But I don't think it can go free to play now, because if they went free to play now, I think all they would do is like the game kind of just feels like a meat grinder, right? And not in a great way. And they if they just went free to play right now, then it would just be like more meat for the meat grinder, and that's really about it, right? And then it's like, okay, but nothing's fixed. I don't know. I really hope that there's a couple of things they need to do. Like, you need to have a PvE mode that's actually meaningful. Like, because the thing that they've said was like they're working on a PvE mode, they're working on a PvP light mode, and they're working on like PvP is gonna be like the central spine of the game, which it should be. But then they've got like the economy, like the item economy, just feels strange right now, and I don't know why. Like, it feels like the only loot worth hunting is in cryo, which is strange, considering like they should do a. I think it's Hunt or Delta Force does this, where like any container that you open has a chance to roll a prestige item. It's a low chance, but like you could get a Goldie out of like some crazy, you know, container. I think that'd be pretty fun. I have a feeling like they're being a little too conservative with the economy and the fact that cryo is only open on weekends. I don't think cryo should be only open on weekends at this point. And that's actually a really good point that you said, is that the lore and the story is so fleshed out, but it's all in the codex. Everything's in the fucking codex. No, nothing else is ever presented in any kind of meaningful way, and I think it's a mistake to have. Like, it's weird that they call the game live service, where it doesn't feel like that at all. It feels like it's just a fucking game with updates, you know? Yeah, well, I mean, yes and no, because like the original marathon was basically told, the original trilogy is all told through terminals as well, and so they kind of try to like sandwich it between that and like data cards, like you're getting like in each run. But it's also like I did the entire storyline of the first season, thinking that season two was gonna like change those contracts, that you would have like different ones, right? That would evolve the story. None of the contract. There were like maybe 4 or 5 new contracts that didn't even feel like a side story. It just felt like, okay, it's more narrative, but like nothing's really happening. And the whole of the first season just felt like setup. Like you kind of get enough to clue yourself in a little bit, and then the rest is just sort of like, oh, can't wait to see where this goes. But it's like it didn't go anywhere. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, and I think that's. I mean, it's just I think a symptom of where that company is right now. I mean, Bungie's gone, dude. Bungie got gutted after they put after they paused development uh on D2, and like most of the people that work there just don't work there anymore, and so it's probably like they did whatever they could have done, to get it out the door. But now, we know now that the game like literally pivoted midway through development from like what they were trying to do to what we have now. I mean, it's just I don't know, dude. It just yeah, and I think that's really what we're seeing. Is I think we're seeing a studio that's just sort of losing relevancy. Like I don't know. I don't think anybody's gonna give a shit about them saying, "Hey, but we made Halo." It's like, yeah, it was like 30 years ago. You know, like you did, but none of those people are around anymore. So, like, what are you doing now? I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, it's gonna be interesting to see. Like, I'm definitely not gonna stop playing it, but I think it's at a point where it could very easily kind of just cannibalize itself, and I think we're already kind of seeing that with the what's it called, with the player base. Yeah, I just don't know if there's really that much of a market at this point for games that are like you have to play them for 50 hours a week to stay relevant. I don't think anybody gives a fuck anymore. You know? Like there's so many options. Not just for gaming, but for entertainment, for like what are you going to do in your free time? How are you going to progress through this thing? Like I don't know if there are really that many people that are going to be like super gung-ho, like carving out another niche instead of a niche genre is I don't know, dude. The whole thing doesn't make any fucking sense to me. I don't know why it had to be an extraction shooter. And I say this as somebody who likes extraction shooters. I don't know why they went that road. That's true. That's true. You can do really short matches, yeah. But I didn't mean to do that. I mean, $250 million for a 4-map extraction shooter is pretty fucking crazy to me. But I mean, Destiny also had that problem. Destiny was notoriously expensive to make and maintain, and they had a fucking crazy content schedule. Wait, how long do I want to be here? Yeah, honestly, I think they just I think it's also just the industry, dude. Oh, 175. Okay, 5 more points. I think it's just the industry. Like, it's very hard to break new ground in general, and then you get into the whole trend chasing shit. Because the original like pitch for Marathon sounded really fascinating. I don't know if you ever heard of that. And then that idea was scrapped for whatever reason, didn't work or wasn't fun, and then they pivoted to extraction shooters. But like the original pitch was so different. It was like they had customizable shells. Yeah, like customizable shells, and like the map was persist. It sounded like that game, The Cycle, that came and went, where like the map was persistent and you would drop in and do your thing and then extract. But like, I mean, shit, even that game died. Yeah, it is pretty funny though, because you'll see like a bunch of people clamoring for like, we want new genres, we want new games. Why don't devs ever try out new shit? And then they try out new shit, and then nobody wants it. They're like, no, just give me team deathmatch. We're like, all right, well then, what are we even talking about? Oh yeah, so with that game, is it a persistent map or how does it work? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's sort of what I thought too. Is like, I don't know. I think that might just be like a symptom of. It's weird, right? Like extraction shooters are all about the loot, and I feel like that's something that also fucks them up too. Like the loot in Arc is relatively uninteresting. The loot in Marathon is also pretty relatively uninteresting to the point where like that idea of gear fear doesn't really exist, I guess. And then it seems like that one's headed down the same road too, of just like once you've done, the circuit a couple of times, like why keep going? Because like it's supposed to be. Oh, yeah, well, I think they went too far in the other direction. I don't think anybody wants a game where you have to like play like your mortgage depends on it to get even a little bit. But I also think that like when you're constantly just handing shit out to your players, then nothing means anything. It's just a handout, right? It's like you didn't earn it, you didn't do anything for it. You just showed up. You're like, oh, cool, thanks. I actually was having this chat with a buddy of mine yesterday before I went to bed of like why we still play classic. Like retail is a very different beast, but like it's the same reason, it's the same logic. It's like if it takes me no time to get anything done, or if it takes me no time to just like get to max and get kitted, and it's like the difference between buying a character from like some website and actually grinding for it yourself. Like you're hardwired for that shit. Really? What do you mean by that? You mean by like aesthetic or gameplay? Yeah, I'm not following. I think you need to explain that a little bit more. Yo, what up, bro? I am. How you doing? What do you associate with mobile gameplay? Oh, I see what you mean. You mean like with the loop? Like they're giving you too much shit? Ah, okay. I think we're talking about two different things. Yeah, well, I think that's kind of the fault of like the seasonal model, right? Where like if everything that you do, like you can unlock cosmetics and you can unlock, uh prestige stuff or titles and things like that, but in order to keep the economy balanced, like it gets reset after every season. But I mean, that's like, I don't know, that's like me saying I don't feel like anything that I do in Overwatch is worth anything at all because it's seasonal resets and match-based gameplay. I think that might also just be a mismatch in like you're just not the kind of player for that. Because knowing what I know about you, you tend to play game. I mean, Diablo is like you're constantly building a character, and then unless you're playing hardcore, right, you can go back and play that character whenever. Even when it's like when the season's over, you're gonna have that character, and you're gonna go and you're gonna be able to play it as an eternal character. Whereas, like, yeah, there's not a single extraction shooter, I don't think. Well, Tarkov now, right? Tarkov stopped doing wipes, and Arc. Actually, no, you're kind of onto something because Arc doesn't do wipes. Arc voluntarily. Yeah. I see what you mean now. Arc voluntarily lets you wipe your progress for the expedition, right? You don't have to wipe your progress. Tarkov no longer does wipes, I don't think. So like you can grow your vault constantly. But yeah, I think you're onto something. Yeah. No, I see what you mean now. Yeah, no, that is pretty brutal. That is pretty fucking brutal because in Marathon, literally everything you do every season just gets wiped at the end of it. So like you could be whatever fucking level and you have to do that was one thing that was kind of crazy. It was like I understand why they did it because of the way they structured it, but like having to do all the upgrades that I did in season 1 and season 2 all over again, having to redo all the contracts all over again. Yeah, nothing gets saved. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, see, and that's another thing. That's another thing. That's a lot of friction, man. There's just too much friction. Like everything goes away, everything gets reset. You have to do the same priority contracts every season. There's no permanence. Yeah, it's not a good model. It's not. It's. I don't know. How you would convince somebody that like they should invest their time in. I mean, it's literally it's. I wonder if it's institutional at this point for Bungie. Like that's the problem they fucking had with Destiny, right? I don't know if they understand how to do like permanence inside of virtual worlds. Like arguably the best version of Destiny we have now is the ending because there's no more seasonal resets and like anything you do you can now keep around. Whereas, you know, up until then that they try to make an MMO on the thin content of temporary of like whatever's current is the only thing you're doing. And you look at every other company like look at how long it took WoW to put housing in, but look at how they're doing it. It's like every little bit of content that you do can give you a piece of decor or can give you like You go and you run like a dungeon, or not a dungeon, excuse me, a raid, right? You run a raid while it's current content, and you clear it on like. Am I fucking full again, bro? Oh my god, dude. I need to hold on. I need to actually take care of this. I need to go to South Shore, and there's no fucking mailbox here. Um, you go and you run a raid, right? And let's say you clear it on heroic, and you get a statue for that current raid tier as a little commemorative thing. That's like, hey, you can put this on your shelf and remember when you cleared, you know, so and so on heroic. Yeah, I agree with you. It is. It's sort of eating itself. Yeah. Wait, really? They added blueprints? How do those work? I just got back into retail. Yeah, I don't know. It's this. It's just. It's this problem with Bungie that they've always had since like D1, really. And I really do think it's institutional, it's cultural at this point, where you get these like, hey guys, we're listening. Hey guys, we're listening. We're listening. We're totally listening to you. And then they only ever course correct when things get really, really bad, right? Where they're like very much back up against the wall. And then you have a bunch of people who are like, oh, you know, Bungie, that's what they do, man. They can, you know, turn things around when things get really bad. It's like, you don't need to let it, though. You know, you don't need to let it get to that fucking point. You can just listen to your players. I don't know. Yeah, but it is very much an Ouroboros kind of thing, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, listen, I went into Marathon as somebody who played D2 since the beta. I know exactly, I was totally prepared for things to go this way. I don't want the game to die. I think they have something there if they keep tuning it. I think what the game has to become, though, is going to have to look pretty drastically different than what it launched as. And at this point, I don't even buy the argument of people being like, hey, you need to fucking, you know, stick with the game with what it is, or else, you know, you're gonna lose your dedicated players. I'm like, dude, your dedicated players are dropping like fucking flies. I don't think that argument even works anymore. Like, you can look at what happened when they did their free weekend. Like, for Season 2, their player base jumped to like 40,000 on Steam. And then it fucking, yeah, it needs to go free to play, in my opinion. And with some major structural changes. Yeah, they hit 40,000, and then it was down to like 10,000 2 weeks later. It's just, it's too much, man. People are just bouncing off of it. Yeah, I'm gonna get back on retail. I'm gonna probably do as much as I can. I got a little bit of a summer cold, so right now I'm just leveling mining while I'm shooting the shit. But I'll be back on retail in a little bit. I'm doing the new Coil Lyles content right now. But yeah, I'll be around. I don't know. It's just so. I think the reason I keep coming back to it though, Blaze, is like when Bungie hits, they fucking hit. It's just I've never seen a more consistently inconsistent studio. That's what's baffling to me. You know, like, dude, the highs of D2, I was like, I cannot believe this game exists. I can't believe this experience exists. And then the lows of D2 were like, bruh, what are you guys doing? What are you doing? Like, I can't, like, the biggest fuck up that I've ever seen Blizzard do and WoW is concerned with Shadowlands, right? And they even openly came out and said, yeah, we over-engineered those systems. We kind of shot way too high, and we didn't, you know, we thought that, like, we kind of went in this philosophy of players like systems, they like to engage with systems, so let's just, like, throw in as many systems as possible, and we all know how that went. And since then, they haven't done it once. They've spread out the systems across the expansions, and now it feels like the world is genuinely full of a bunch of different stuff you can do, and none of it feels so stacked on top of itself that it feels like, you know, you're gonna topple over one way or the other. But yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. I mean, Season 3 is right around the corner. Still a super fun game to jump in and just do some runs on, but yeah, I agree, Julian. Yeah, I agree, dude. WoW is still to this day. I mean, whatever is happening with Blizzard now, I just want it to keep happening, especially after the late, like, 2010s, after that fucking disaster. Like, dude, Diablo is firing on all cylinders. Overwatch is, like, insane right now, which I never thought I'd be saying after where that game was, like, fucking 6, 7 years ago. Um, I need to fucking sort this out. I need to go to South Shore. Holy shit. Just yet. Um, WoW is doing great across all. Like, there's, you could play across every single branch and just have a great time. I don't know, man. But I do think it's institutional for sure. I mean, it's always leadership, right? I love Immortal, dude. I'm an Immortal fan. That game makes so much fucking money. Holy shit, that game makes like hand over fist. Yeah, I'm an Immortal fan. I actually really like what they built. I would like a little bit of a better PC client, just a little bit, but I mean, it gets the job done, so whatever. It is a mobile game. But there's some very cool lore in that, honestly. If you're, what the fuck? Take me to South Shore. If you're a lore nerd. Yeah, it's just. I mean, listen. If you're paying 250 grand to max a character in a mobile game, then you're the definition of the quote that a fool and their money are never sooner parted. Like at that point, you're just an idiot. You can get everything just by playing. It's just a grind, which I mean is what you want out of a Diablo game. But most people are impatient, right? Most people, yeah, I want a Blood Knight. I want a Blood Knight and I want a Tempest inside of like Big Boy Diablo. But they're really fun. I mean, I like what they do with like the raids. I like what they do. I mean, it's basically Lost Ark mobile, right? But yeah, you can get everything just by playing. I mean, cosmetics and stuff are obviously, there's a cash shop for cosmetics and stuff like that. The battle passes are pretty fair. I mean, it's $10. They last a month. And you can just grind it out and you get a lot of stuff back. But they do the thing that like Korean devs do, where like you can get everything for free just by grinding, but then people start grinding and then they get bored or they want to take a shortcut and then they pay for gems and stuff. And then they get a fully maxed character and then they stop playing, which is hilarious to me. It's like, yeah, dude, you just like the game is the journey. If you're gonna pay to skip the journey, why are you bitching that like it's just so funny to me. Yeah, and it should, right? I mean, it's a Diablo game. It should. Going back to what we said earlier, right? It's like when you play Classic, that's one thing that I both like and don't like about Season of Discovery. It's like, it's cool to be able to get to 60 quickly, but it absolutely does not feel as good as getting to 60 in like OG Classic because I didn't work for it. I didn't, like, you get shortcutted and rerouted and, like, there's a time and a place for that. But if you actually want to do it and enjoy the journey and really feel like you're grinding, I mean, they're not really getting an advantage because in the PvP, it literally pairs you with people that are the same power level. So it doesn't matter if you're exactly, yeah. It doesn't really matter if you paid for it or if you ground it out. You're still going to get matched in the same, whales fight against whales. And I mean, it's a PVE game, so a lot of it is, right? It's the shit that gamers do, where it's like social capital. They want to flex, so they just like, oh god, I really am full. Hold on. So they'll go and they'll spend all this money to like, flex on people, which is actually, funnily enough, I went down this really fun deep dive with Korean MMOs and why like Korean gamers tend to prefer like really grindy games. It's down to Korean culture. It's like they tend to value endurance far more than like flashy, like look what I did quickly or like I made a bunch of money fast, right? And so like a lot of their games and the grind is like they have this thing of like anybody can do it. You don't need to be like super skilled. You just have to be persistent and endure. And a lot of that I think translates into like when you look at even like the older like kind of games like Lineage and stuff. It's like here's a field of literally just mobs. Just go grind. That's it. Just go kill shit over and over again. You don't have to like be super skilled or know the optimal route or anything. You just have to put the time in, which ironically enough is like the biggest filter for a lot of gamers, right? Like, ugh, I have to play the game? Gross. I don't want to do that. Hey, how's the stream, bro? Is it stable? I think it's stable. I think we fixed the issue we had. Did you have a Chinese mom? Yeah, I'm watching right now on watching right now on Twitch. And I think we're chilling. We're Gucci. Yeah, it's looking fine. I know, right? It's so soothing, dude. Especially in South Shore. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, the thing that's interesting about Chinese MMOs is they really like some of the biggest Chinese MMOs are like 20 plus years old because they built exactly around the thing that we were talking about earlier. They're not just games; they're virtual worlds. They're environments where people, you know, they meet friends and they make new friends and they grow up together and there's more to it than just here's the next slice of content to clear, right? And that's why I think they're so enduring. Which is the same thing with WoW, right? Because Blizzard leaned into that shit with WoW from the start, right? Like, yo, this isn't just a game. This is where people fucking meet each other and they get married and they leaned into that side of the marketing over the years. But yeah, I don't know. Going back to the Bungie thing, I think they just try to be a little too much of everything at once and with not really enough of anything. Yeah, dude. I have Life Classic. We should do a stream of that. Start taking bets on how long it takes me to break. I actually really enjoyed Life, honestly. I played the shit out of that. Oh, wait. Am I good enough to go to Badlands now? I think I need to hit 175, right? Yep. Badlands time. Here we go. Is there a fucking Alliance flight path in Badlands? I don't think there is. In Classic. Yeah, it's rough, dude. Might as well go grind and trophy at that point. Yeah, okay, it's Thelsmore. That's not that bad. And you lost all your subscribers. Oh, dude. I didn't talk to you about. Did you see what was data mined with WoW Camelot? The Shendorai. I think it is going to be WoW Classic, or sorry, Classic Plus. Yeah, we're getting. I think High Elves. I think they're literally going to sell it as We're going back to WoW circa 2006, but it's a different timeline. So the Dark Portal does not open. We don't go to Outland. We're going a different route, which would be crazy if we still dealt with Arthas, but in a different way. Who knows, man? But yeah, like a separate WoW timeline off of like vanilla. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the branching timelines are literally a fucking shoe in with the Bronze Dragonfly, right? Yeah, honestly, with how much I enjoyed Season of Discovery, like to go back to even like level on it again, I have full faith in them. I want to see them add some of the shit they added from Season of Discovery. I think runes are super fucking cool and fun. I mean, I would love to see runes inside of retail as well. Like they could do it for like a zone or like a limited patch or something, but I think it's a really fun and elegant way to just add like player power in fun ways. But yeah, I want to see them add like fucking Karazhan crypts and what is it, Scarlet Enclave and Demonfall Canyon and all that fun stuff, and just start building out the classic world. Who knows, man? Who the fuck knows what they've been cooking up? Yeah, dude. I've had so much fun. I've leveled Horde, I've leveled Ally. Some of my buddies came back to start playing it, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll join you. Like, just great, dude. Really, really, really fun stuff. Was that copper? I do need that. It's tin, silver, copper. Hell yeah. I miss this most about Classic, dude. I love the guy like the characters just looking like mismatched goobers. I need to make a classic transmog set in retail. And yet somehow it still works. Got my greens and my blues and my reds and my fucking browns. It still works. Yep. I've been teasing my buddy about how I'm basically just sort of copy pasting the lore for Destiny Titans onto WoW Paladins, so they're just like fucking crayon eaters. And it's even better since he was in the service and he can't pull himself away from playing or I can't talk. He can't pull himself away from playing Pallies. And it's just yeah, it just make him even dumber than fucking than warriors. It's good stuff. I'm even gonna find a single node over here, dude. Yo, you know what's getting a new update that we're gonna have to stream is fucking the Old Republic, the Star Wars MMO. Wild. That game's so fun though, dude. So good. It is so nuts to see how big this zone is with arguably nothing happening in it, and then you go play retail, and it's like every zone. But yeah, that's getting purchased day one. The Galactic Racer, yeah, absolutely. I'm playing the shit out of that. Every zone in retail is just packed with shit to do, and here they're like, "Here's a desert. It's a desert." It's like, yep, it sure is. Oh my god. Yeah, I did. I grew up playing it. I was a wee little boy. A wee little lad. Is that what is that? What is the Grey Order? Is that shit from Star Wars or wait, what is this? Where does this lead? Is this fucking Syrian Gorge? Oh, it's Syrian Gorge, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. Oh, I did not get any of these flight paths. I mean, honestly, dude, I have been playing this game my whole life, so I don't really get nostalgic for it because oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about now. I don't really get nostalgic for it because I'm gonna grab this flight path real quick because it's always been there for me. But I will say the first time they brought Classic back in 2019 was fucking incredible. Like, because it was so long since I saw those old zones, you know, like because I didn't play on private servers or anything like that. It was so long since I'd seen them that like going back and seeing Dark Shore before it's like, you know, before it got fucked up was just awesome. And actually, one thing I realized like it'd be kind of cool if in the future, maybe for the Last Titan or some other expansion, they went back and they redid those zones that were fucked up by the Cataclysm, and they say like, hey, look, it's been like 20 years since Deathwing, like they fixed it, right? Like maybe they've calmed down the torrent over in fucking Dark Shore, or maybe like Westfall actually has infrastructure and something's growing. I don't know. I think there's a lot of room to actually do things in this game that introduce like a living, breathing, changing world with, and they don't have to worry about fucking up anything too much because they already have the Bronze Dragonflight there, right? You just go talk to Zendormi or whatever her name is, and she's like, "Hey, what version of Westfall do you want to see, homie?" And you go, "I want to see this one." And then she's like, "All right, here you go." Boom. You just get to keep everything while adding more and not really losing anything. Yo, give me 1 sec. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna hit the head real fast. I'll be right back. Oh man, this stomach bug. Holy shit, dude. It's not fun. It's not fun. Okay, we're back. 2 seconds. Shit, dude. What did I eat? Oh my god. Ugh. Oh, okay. I'm alive. Oh, but at what cost? Fuck. Whew. Oh god. Oh, dude, no food. No, no fucking food, honestly. I did have some bread earlier today, but yeah, Oof. It's not even like, I don't even have an upset stomach, man. That's the thing. How do I get up there? It's like, it's not even an upset stomach, it's just like, I just have to go to the bathroom constantly. But it doesn't like, it's not like discomforting, it's just fucking annoying. Fuck is this? Oh. What level are you? Oh, you'll be fine. I had no idea these dudes were here. Oh, it's thorium? Fuck. Well, that's why they call it thorium point. High Lord Mastro Gonde.
Talk to me. Safe travel.
What do you mean? Ranked where? You mean in game or somewhere else? Oh, ganked. Ganked. Yes, yes, 100%. Yes. Sounds good, brother. Get some rest. See ya, buddy. I will. It's almost all out. Dude, I had no idea. I don't think I've ever been back here. Is this always here? Pillar of Diamond. Oh, is it? There's a sign of the earth. Yo, Bridge, what up, dude? Dude, same, honestly. Are you talking about classic or retail, or just in general? Yeah. Well, dude, if you're looking to come back, you're in a really good spot right now. The new season starts on Tuesday. So this is like preseason stuff right now. They just had a new content update with new zone and stuff. It's pretty fun. I'm gonna hop on retail after this. I'm just leveling up my mining on this guy. Do some grinding, brother. That's fair, man. That's fair. Well, if you ever get back into it, hit me up. Oh, absolutely. I'm waiting until they drop Wake Island, and then it's just gonna be a grind-a-thon. I needed something chill and brainless because I think I just had some bad food the other day, or I caught a summer bug. Dude, I've been in and out of the bathroom for like the last 48 hours. We played some. We played some together the last time we tried it. Yeah, we did it on Blackwell before they revamped it. Actually, did they even revamp it yet? I don't remember. But I remember you and I played hardcore breakthrough. This zone is way bigger than I remember. Hell yeah, dude. One tap. Damn. I didn't even think about vehicles in hardcore. Yeah, that's gonna be wild. I did a breakthrough. I think it was a casual breakthrough, and me and this other guy got one of those like APCs, and dude, we just had that kind of luck where that day we literally like pushed through every sector with just the APC, and like the other team just couldn't do anything. It was great. We won the game because of it. It was fantastic. I am very, very intrigued in this new carrier mode that they're adding with the Top Gun stuff because it reminds me of the old Titans mode from 2142. And yeah, I need to. Oh goddamn, that's gross. I need that mode back. The Titan mode was so fucking sick, but this one it looks like it's like aircraft carriers. So I mean, same premise, just different different era. But yeah, it's gonna be nuts. I don't think so. I don't think I did. Maybe, but no. But if it's just that mode, then yeah, that's basically the same thing. Yeah, the only difference with the Titan mode in 2142 was like they were just airborne, so you'd have to like get in these vehicles that would like shoot these pods up, and then like you would land the pod on the Titan, and then you would like infantry assault it. Didn't I just see another node over here? Did somebody steal it? There it is. Probably gonna be bouncing between classic and retail. I might do some Diablo. I might not, but yeah, tonight's probably just gonna be a chill night. Jesus Christ, bro, just get up the fucking hill. Oh, did I even turn on fucking? I did it. Oh shit. Not that it makes any difference, but hey. Ooh, getting sweaty with it. Oh shit, you know what I might actually do? Some Division. I went back to that game the other day and fuck, it was fun. No, I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. It's the only way to be. Yeah, but I mean, that whole game is like Rage Baiters Anonymous. It definitely comes with the territory. Is there any ore up here? No. Nothing. that's fucking Searing Gorge. Whoops. I think I need to go and make myself some bread heavy food. I'll be back later.